The world of gaming tends to be an incredibly competitive place. I mean, by definition, most games involve some sort of competition, whether we're matched up against each other, against the computer AI, or against the clock, maybe just against ourselves. The nature of most video games is all about outwitting or outlasting our opposition. And in the gaming industry, we see this played out in the real world, with rival developers and publishers each engaged in an eternal battle to stake their claim at the top of the food chain, or at least survive until the next hardware cycle. Some rise, like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, and some fall, like Sega or Atari, and others seem to exist outside of the battle until they finally decide to jump in with both feet, like Steam.
But the success of Steam Deck is not a threat to the Nintendo Switch. They both exist to bring the world of video games to fans around the world wherever they wish to play them. They each have considerable appeal for their respective audiences, and for many of us, both handhelds will occupy a place of appreciation during our travels as well as within our homes. Both of these devices can peacefully coexist because there is room for all at the table, especially if others continue to iterate upon these concepts and grow the circle of the gaming industry.
And the same is true with the individual callings and destinies we have been given by the Father. There are no redundant parts of the body of Christ. Each of us serve a vital role, even if that role may seem to be more prominent for others than for ourselves. Our path may call on us to sacrifice in ways that others are not required to. We may be the hands and feet that climb the mountain so that others can enjoy being that long, flowing, luxurious hair that gracefully blows in the wind at the top. I'll never know what that's like. As the Apostle Paul put it, both he and his fellow laborers serve different needs for the body of Christ. But when they are both faithful to fulfill their calling, God is the one who ultimately gives the increase. As gamers, we need a strong, healthy Nintendo to exist for many generations to come. I want my great-great-great-grandchildren to enjoy the continuing adventures of Mario, Samus, Link, Zelda, and all of their iconic characters long after I'm gone.
We also need a robust gaming industry to continue to grow our hobby through expanding on what currently exists and bringing new games into the fold. Hopefully the Nintendo Switch and the Steam Deck will not only survive but thrive as they cooperate to grow the culture of video games and reach every corner of the world with this amazing hobby. And similarly, in the body of Christ, other success is not something we are competing with, but an outcome we are actively working together and praying for.
Every David needs a Jonathan to support them because every David will have a Saul trying to end them. And every follower of Christ performing his work needs our support. Share them with others, follow them, give them positive feedback and encouragement, support them with your prayers. We are not competing for audiences, clicks, or views. We are jointly working together, each of us in our respective callings, cooperatively battling this present darkness in a war for souls.